Hi, you guys. Welcome to May. I hope you're all having a wonderful week, and just want to tell you thank you so much for supporting my family and me and the preschool, and you all being here means so much to us. So I really appreciate you all being here with me this month. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But anyways, so we have some super fun stuff in our packets, and I wanted to kind of explain some of it to you. So hopefully sometime Monday, Tuesday, you came and got your packet, so you're ready to go. This is Jackson, so I kind of wanted to show you what you're gonna find in here. Some super fun stuff. One of the things is I had a little bit of help, so you kind of have to try not to impale yourself to pull out all the toothpicks. My little helpers forgot to put the toothpicks in a bag, and they just got thrown in the big bag, so we didn't communicate well. So now you have to try to dig out and not stab yourself. But the toothpicks and the marshmallows, we're gonna have a STEM building challenge to see what you can build. So these are not for eating. I know, I can already hear the whining. I did use a scoop and try to do it very sanitized, in a very sanitary way, there's the word, just in case they did try to eat one. But these are more for building, not for eating. So here's those. They just are gonna poke in, and I'll kind of show the kids too, but they're just gonna poke and stab and see how tall of a tower they can build, or what kind of vehicle they can build, or a house, or a village, whatever they're gonna work on. And I'll probably try to post some kind of challenge or put it in our weekly videos, a challenge to do with their marshmallows. And actually, if they get dried out and kind of crunchy, it does make it a little bit easier than when they're all gooey. So it's okay if they dry out a little bit, like maybe before you use them, if you just want to open the bag for a little while and do let them get dry. Like these ones are pretty smushed, pretty squishy, like they're sticking to each other pretty bad. So if you do let them dry out a little bit, it is a little bit easier to stab the toothpicks in, but totally up to you guys. There's also some gummy bears. Use these as a reward. This is a great way to encourage them when we're working. I give them one gummy bear at a time every time they finish a paper. You could say they could earn it at the end of the week, or just tell them that I love them and it's for them, however you guys want to do it. But I did throw in some gummy bears. Mr. Ben ate some of the gummy bears. So some of the girls, I threw in some ring pops or some M&Ms instead, because, so if you're one of the lucky 4 kids that did not get gummy bears, it's Mr. Ben's fault, and next time he owes you extra gummy bears, okay? So shame on Mr. Ben. There's also some different colored glitter glues in there you can use for different projects this month. And then the other major thing is that I stuck in here some cards, and everybody has the math ones. So these, you're just going to cut out all around the squares, and then you're gonna cut them in half, kind of like how the number 10 is. So cut out all the numbers and then cut them in half, and then the kids are gonna try to match the tractor back, either match the tractor back, the pig back, the flower back, but they're gonna try to also match the numbers. So depending on where they're at, like seedlings, it might just be trying to put the puzzle together. Sprouts, hopefully they're able to count 1 dot and they know they can find the number 1. So I didn't cut these out for you guys because that would have been hours of work for me to do this for that many kiddos. So I did just put them in like this. So hopefully you guys could cut them out. The kids could help you cut them out, whatever you want to do. But you've got math cards, and you'll see on the weekly video, there's some time where you could play the math games that instead of doing a math lesson, or maybe you throw these cards in their little math tub that they're playing with. You could also have a match, like if you threw some like macaroni noodles in a little tub with these cards, maybe they have to put the card together and count out 1 macaroni noodle on the dot. Or maybe you throw in some rocks or some kind of toys, and they also have to count out and put that number on each card. There's a ton of games that you could play with this. You guys could play Go Fish, see who can match up the most. yeah, and I'll try to give you more ideas too what to do with these math cards. And then there's also some literacy cards. And on the literacy cards, some kids I put in sight words because that's where they're ready for. Some kids it's beginning sounds. Some it's just recognizing letters. There's also some CBC word cards. So I try to tuck in kind of where I was guessing every kid was at. So they're not going to all be the same, but I'll try to show you all of them and what I would play different games with all of them for you guys. And then in the back, if you were one of my original Room to Bloom kiddos, we were working on our assessments. So sprouts have a yellow folder, seedlings, it's just stapled together. Usually, I know when I taught kindergarten, it was really nice to kind of know where my kiddos were coming from. So in, August or September sometime, you could email the principal at your school or teacher or something like that and ask them if they would like this. But it isn't complete because I would normally do an end of the year assessment. And I will maybe try to post a video to show you guys how to do it in case you were curious. But that's just what this is. So this is for you guys to use however you want to use it. And then if you're wanting to do end of year assessments, I'll do a little video posting how you do those assessments. And then, if they can't complete something, you'll know maybe it's a good thing to work on for the summer. The last thing is just some housekeeping stuff. I went ahead and ordered all the shirts. So I will post those this week as well and get those out. They're $10 for the shirts. What else was I gonna say? Oh, graduation's at the end of the month. We're just gonna have a little party, pass out some gifts. Maybe we're gonna kind of sing a couple little songs that we had started practicing before this all happened. And then we'll do our little cute parade. It'll be super fun. Oh, and then last thing is this summer, even though there are planned phases for Washington State, we won't be doing our summer camp just because I can't guarantee that we'll be at a certain stage, and nowhere on the notification for stages can I find anything about schools. It mentions businesses and other large groupings, so I'm assuming we're somewhere in that phase 3, phase 4, but I don't know because it's not specifically in there. So I'm just gonna say we're not doing a summer camp. It's just easier to say no, and instead I'm currently working on coming up with like a fun like STEM tub packet thing that you guys could do at home. So I'm trying to figure out how I can put all the things that we normally do at our summer camp into something you could take home. So we'll see, because I know some of my most favorite thing to do is like the tie-dye shirt and some things like that. So I'm trying to figure out how I can do that. So I'm still working on it. I do have some great ideas. Like I think we're gonna do like a big ocean unit and do some really fun stuff that way. Kind of like oceans and pirates and mermaids or something cool like that for the kiddos. So I will do a little thing for the summer. And also just because since we can't do normal school, if they do start up school in the fall, I thought it might be nice to kind of continue a little bit of learning, not just totally check out. So that's totally up to you and your family and what you believe. But I know for me and our family in Jackson, I'm going to try to kind of keep a little bit of learning with all the kiddos through the summer. So we're gonna try to do more fun stuff. Like one of the ideas that I'm gonna try to put in there is like squirt gun painting. So they're gonna do squirt gun art. But using little squirt guns is really great for their fine motor skills. So I'm trying to come up with cool things like that where they think they're just playing a game or doing some art when they're actually learning some other skills as well. So that's what I'm trying to figure out and incorporate in those tubs so it'll all be fun, cool projects to do and not so much like worksheets or learning your alphabet or letters, but doing more of like the literacy games and math games just so they are still seeing it and it's not something that they're going to get to next year and have you know, have it all just be so new to them. So I am going to offer that. It's nothing, I don't want you to feel like you have to do that. It might not work for your family. I know some families just like to play and let their brains rest, and that's totally fine. So there's no judgment. There's no mom guilt. Please don't feel any mom guilt. Put it away. It's only if it's something that makes you feel excited that you want to do. Okay? I don't want anybody to feel like this is something they have to do. I just wanted to offer it since I won't be offering our normal STEM camp, and I know the kiddos are going to be so sad about that, and it breaks my heart. So I am going to try to do this so they have something fun to do over the summer. So, but I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.